Yo, what is up, my good people? Um, I'm back with a new video, a new channel, and new content that will get posted. Yeah, so basically, I decided to rebrand my entire YouTube channel. I decided to rebrand my entire content journey and everything in between because just felt like. So, Off Record is a new channel I started is a new channel I'm starting. Um, it's basically podcast style where I sit down in this chair and I speak about shit that I wanna speak about. You know, I get to share my opinion and my thoughts on topics I feel like speaking about. So yeah, I have a jar with me. In the jar, there's topics, and I choose one, and that's the topic for the video. So let's go. I wrote these topics and I can't remember any of them. So, whatever we get, we speak about. Navigating through my 20s and the lessons learned is today's topic. Okay, so this topic officially leaves the jar. It leaves the jar. Where do I start? I'll start off by saying I am happy. I am 10 times happier than I've ever been. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say this, but it's just a thing of I've never been happier because a lot's happened in my life recently. I'm not gonna share everything, but I'll share things that's shareable. So yeah, so we'll start off with me being happy. Why am I happy? I'm happy because I turned 21. It's a milestone. I'm happy because I got a cat. I'm happy because I'm in a relationship that actually means the world to me. I'm happy because I quit my job, well, resigned, because I wasn't happy in that industry. I wasn't happy with my surroundings. I wasn't happy doing the same thing every day, you know? So I'm happy now. I'm a qualified graphic designer. I'm happy. I got a qualification to my name. That's why I'm happy. And I've learned so much over the past few years. I'm not even gonna say during my 20s because, yeah, sure, now I'm 21 and fuck, I know a lot. I know so much. I've learned so much. I've learned that you need to stand on business because human beings, let me tell you something, they'll test you. They will put you through hell. But yeah, I am happy. That's number one. I'm a qualified graphic designer. Woo! I am in a really good relationship. I resigned from a job, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I am happy doing what I'm doing right now, like just sitting, chilling, like doing my own thing. I'm proud of the person I've become. Um, I'm also at a point in my life where, like, I can genuinely say, yeah, sharp. You know what? I've I've learned shit, and like I've gone through shit, and I'm 10 times happier. I'm 10 times smarter. I know what I want in life. I'm on my own journey. I'm following my journey. You know, we all on our own journey. We all have things that we would like to achieve. We all on a different path. Let's put it like that. We're all on a different path. And I'm happy with the path I've chosen. Um, I've learned a lot over the years, and yeah, you know, I've learned that you need to stand on business. I've learned that you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You need to be able to say, you know what, I can do this. I don't need someone to do it for me, you know? You need to be your own individual person, and that's who I am. That's who I've become. Because this thing of trying to impress people, ah, nah, I'm not for that shit anymore. Like, trying to impress people is like the least of my worries right now. Because when I say to you, when you're trying to impress someone or your friends or like just anyone in general, and you're not showing them your authentic self, it just causes problems along the way. Like, and it's also this thing of why do we have to be fake? Why can't we be real with one another? Why can't we say shit to people's faces, like that type of thing? And yeah, I feel like for me, I'm on my own journey where I feel comfortable enough to, just chill and do my own thing and not have to go with what everyone else is doing, you know. I decided I want to restart my YouTube channel and I want to sit down on this fucking chair and speak about shit that, some people are too scared to speak about, and, to call people out on their shit. And I'm gonna do that because why should I be scared? If you wanna fight me, come fight me, you know? But yeah, so that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to tell you about how I'm navigating through my 20s when I'm just 21. Beginning of the year, I resigned from my job because I wasn't happy with the environment. Hello, Kitty. I wasn't happy with the environment. I wasn't happy with a lot of things. So I decided to put my happiness first and I decided to resign. And a lot of people would be like, why would you do that? Like, don't you need the money? Da 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 da. And money is not worth my happiness personally. Money is not like worth my happiness. And my mother did say to me, are you sure? And like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it wasn't a spur of the moment thing. It was a think about it for a couple of months before you do it type of thing. you know it was a, are you sure, Ismail, that you want to do this? Are you sure to deal, are you ready to deal with the aftermath? And some people weren't happy about it, but I'm happy with my decision. So that's like all that matters, the fact that I'm happy. And yeah, I have a degree to my name, a qualification to my name. I'm happy about that. I've always wanted a qualification to my name. I've always wanted to say, what, I'm qualified in this specific field. It's not the field I've always wanted to go into, but I am happy with my decision and I am happy and proud of myself that I did what I did, and yeah, I am a qualified graphic designer. So
I am Jose Mourinho.
I'm happy with that. Um, what else? I met the love of my life. I've met someone who treats me well, who goes above and beyond for me. I've met someone that loves me unconditionally. I've met someone that loves me without limits, you know, someone that I'm proud to have in my life, and over the years, yeah, it's been tough because, I wasn't out and all of that, but now I am. And like, it's just a thing of I'm comfortable enough to be myself and not have to fake being in a relationship, or like, you know, not be myself. I'm proud that I took that step to say, you know what, this is who you are, and be proud of it. And yes, I know that there's gonna be fucking haters, but I don't give two flying fucks, because at the end of the day, this is who I am. And if you have something to say about it, or you have something to say about me being the way I am, then go fly a kite. Your comments have no meaning to me, because I can cut you out of my life the way I change my underwear, and that's every day. So yeah, I'm with someone that brings me joy, someone that loves me, and I'm happy. That's what matters. Being happy. Your happiness should always come first. Always make yourself happy. This is one thing I've learned from my high school years until now. Always put yourself first. Make yourself happy. Because if you can't be happy, you can't do anything. If you're miserable doing something, then what's the use? You know, put yourself first. Be happy. So that's where I am. I don't have time for, that's another thing. I don't have time for faulty people. I don't have time for fake friendships. You know, people that message you after 2 years of not speaking and they think they still your bra. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to entertain you and your small little petty childish games. You're not grown enough if you think that you can message me after 2 years and think that we have a relationship. No. And another thing is this, like, for me, it's like, don't message me after 2 years and expect me to be your friend. Because, like, what even? It's like, I know who's my people. I keep my circle very small now and I don't let just anyone, I don't let anyone into it. Unless I know you're gonna be there for the long run. You're gonna be there if I need a shoulder to cry on. You're gonna be there if I need to vent. I'll be there if you need to vent, that type of thing. So it's just like, I don't have time for child's play anymore. I don't have time for these high school friendships where people think you can message me after 2 years and you can be like, you wanna be like, we should go grab coffee. Nah, my bro. Like, where were you when I was keeping the friendship alive? Because trust me, I can tell you now, I've done that. I was keeping friendships alive that were dead. I was messaging people and asking them, hey, how you doing? Like, what's new? And I'm just tired of that. I don't have time for it. I don't have time to entertain that because I have my own life. I'd like to continue living my life and not having to wait for anyone. We all on our own journeys. I don't need people that has no purpose in my life, like messaging me or speaking to me. And I know it sounds harsh or anything, but it's the reality. Like, you don't need to entertain this. You don't need to have people coming into your life that you feel like you feel that you don't want them in your life, but now you're forcing things. No, don't force things. Just be straight up and say, you know what? Block, delete, sharp, done. Sorry, I'm watching my cat run around the yard. But yeah, so friendships, I know who's my friends, I know who's the real ones, I know who who's who'll be there. Like, I know the people who I can call and be like, hey, I'm having lunch today, come over, and they'll be here, regardless of what's going on, you know. I know who I can count on. So that's something I've learned in my life, people that you can actually count on, people that's not gonna give you this shit like, oh, I can't type thing. Nah. And I mean, I'm not pointing out people, or if you feel like this is a personal attack, then take it how it is. What's that saying of Cinderella? If the shoe fits, wear it. Yeah, that. If you feel like I'm targeting you, then sharp, my bro. That's how you feel. But if you know you're a real one, then sharp. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never been happier doing the things I'm doing. Um, I got a cat, fucking naughty, and yeah, I guess that's some of it. Another thing, people expect you to have your shit together when you turn 21, when you turn 22, 23, 24, whatever, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you now, right? I feel like we all on our own personal journeys. We all on our own personal, oh yeah, my pink rocks. We all on our own buzz, right? Where it's like, you shouldn't worry because like with me, right? With me, I stopped caring when it was like, what, last year already. I stopped worrying because it was like, the pressure of getting your license. Let me tell you this, the pressure of getting your license, where it's like, oh, Samantha and Jennifer and Harry has their license, you don't have your license. Screw that shit. You don't need to get your license just because other people have their license. And I'm not trying to justify anything, but for me, my thing was, why should I get my license if I don't have a car? Because whose car am I gonna drive? First things first, right? Sure, you can have your license because what if there's an emergency? But in an emergency, are you really gonna think of your license, right? Then another thing for me was this thing of the pressure that came from my family and still comes from my family, where it's like, you should have your license and da 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 da. Are you gonna buy me a car? If you'll pull up with the car, I'll go do my license. Pull up with the car, I'll go do my license. Sharp. But the thing is, when I'm ready to do my license, I will do it. I did my license twice. I failed. The first time I was sabotaged. The second time I was just very anxious. Crippling anxiety is what they call it. But yeah, I was just anxious. And for me, it's like, it's like, why should I do something that everyone else is doing? Just because the whole of South Africa, when they turn in 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, they get in their learners and their license. Man, do I really need it? Like, sure, I'm 20 years old, well, 21, and other 21-year-olds have their licenses and stuff, but do I really need it when I have someone who I can ask, listen, like, can we go here? They won't say no. You can ask him, love, can we go here? And he won't say no. I can Uber to the mall if I need to. Sharp. Someone in my family is always going to the mall. I can catch a lift. I'm not shy. But this thing of needing a license, because every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a license. Now I must go get it also. Now I'm on my own journey. I'll do my license when I'm ready. You know, I'll do it when I'm ready. Another thing, trying to fit in. That's one thing I stopped doing. Like trying to fit in with everyone, trying to fit in with friend groups, trying to fit in with people. Nah, I'm just gonna be myself, and me being me, I'm a crackhead. You know that I stand on business. You know that I speak my mind. You know that I'm not scared to share my opinion. You know, that type of thing. But it's just like, why are we trying so hard to fit in with the rest of society? Why are we trying so hard to be people we're not? Why are we trying so hard to do all these things that isn't us? Just be your genuine self and you'll find your people, you know? Even if it's a small friend group of 3 people, sharp. Like, don't let fitting in affect your mindset, because you need to have this mindset of, I'm a strong individual. Like, I don't want to fit in because I want people to like me. If people don't like you, so what? So what they gonna do? Fight you? If they fight you, call me, I'll fight them. But you just need to know how to be authentic with yourself, how to not let other people's perspectives change you. You need to be able to say to yourself, you know what, this is who I am, accept me how I am, you know? So yeah, my 20s are still beginning. I'm only 21, and hopefully one day we'll have another video like this. But I think I've learned a lot over the years. Like, you need to know how to love yourself before you can love anyone else. You need to be able to set boundaries. You need to be able to say no. You need to be able to call people out on their shit. You need to be able to not entertain people's bullshit. That being like, if someone messages you from 2 years ago and you don't want to be there, brah, you block and delete them because you don't have time for that shit. You know, you need to know what's toxic and what's not. You need to understand, like, okay, I'm on my own journey, I'm doing my own thing. I don't need to fit in. I don't need to follow what everyone is doing. Just because Tom, Dick, and Harry has a house and a car when they're 21, don't mean you need to have a house and a car when you're 21. So it's just keep it moving. Do your own thing. You know, don't try and fit in. That's my advice to any other 20-year-old, other 21-year-old, other 19-year-old, 22-year-old, whatever you are. You know, just do your own thing. You're doing good. You're on your own journey. Don't try and move at a fast pace. You know, just keep doing you. Because if you can't do you, and if you can't be authentic with yourself, then why are you loving? You know, you have one life, you need to make the most out of it. So just always remember that you have one life. Yes, you wake up every day, but in an instant, it can be gone. So make the most out of it. Don't try and fit in. Just be yourself. Be who you are. If you're a crackhead, be a crackhead, man. And I don't mean do drugs. I mean if you're just a clown, if you're a joker, like be that. If you're quiet, try and come out of your comfort zone, you know, a little bit. You don't need to come out and be like rah rah. But just be yourself, you know. If you don't like going to a club, don't let your friends pressure you into that. You'll find people like you. If you like chilling at home and cooking and just having your friends over for lunch, do that. You'll know who your people are. But don't try and change yourself for other people, because that's when your downfall comes. Let's call it that. That's when things go wrong. So always just be authentic with yourself, be yourself, and keep it moving. Don't slow down for anyone else but yourself. If you feel like I need to slow down, slow down. If you feel like, okay, now I need to run a little bit, run. Sprint if you must, but be yourself at all times. Be authentic, you know. Take my advice, don't take it. This is me sharing my personal journey. This is me sharing my thoughts. Yeah, she sees a bird. Yeah, this is me sharing my thoughts. This is me and my personal journey. Hence, I have this YouTube channel because I want to share opinions on things I feel like speaking about and not what everyone else is speaking about. And yeah, keep it moving. Until the next video, which will be posted soon, probably by the time this one is out. Don't forget to like don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. Leave a comment, man. Peace out. Until the next video. Sharp.